Just additional comments on the man I described yesterday as Yomonile of the Federal Capital Territory, who thoroughly embarrassed the President of Nigeria while pretending to be exercising delegated authority.
My people no be smart, Dr. Abbati is not giving up on Minister of FCT Wike anytime soon. Anyways, we record that yesterday he called Wike Omonile, meaning a land grabber or somebody that is in charge of land, like a land tout. But no be smart, He has described Wike's attitude towards the military officer as an omonile. I mean, like a tout. Somebody, of course, we recall that Wike's outburst with the ministry or with the military officer has, created a lot, has gone viral and has created a lot of reactions on social media space. And a lot of persons have also condemned Wike's action, by calling him out that his behavior was not dignifying. Anyways, he has continued to drag him. Just take a watch at this video and hear what he said about Wike today.
The Federal Capital Territory, who thoroughly embarrassed the President of Nigeria while pretending to be exercising delegated authority. He was on television characteristically yesterday, paid, adverts for himself, in which he was saying that he respects the rule of law. Now, I don't think that is true. If the minister respects the rule of law, he cannot be selective in terms of the rule of law that he respects. When he was governor in Rivers State, did he respect the rule of law? In his attempt to say, as he insisted yesterday, that he wants to preserve the integrity of the Abuja master plan, going to pull down people's buildings, going to attack estates, is that respect for the rule of law for a man that is an officer in the temple of justice as a legal practitioner? Now, this same man says he's respecting the rule of law. Why is it that a person who says he respects the rule of law will be selective in his respect for the rule of law? There are many court judgments regarding to this Abuja master plan. The minister of the Federal Capital Territory chooses the kind of law that he wants to respect, the one that he doesn't want to respect. That in itself is an abominable, unacceptable behavior. That's number one. So he's saying he respects the rule of law. That's a lie. Number two, he said that he has no problem with the military and that he respects the military because he knows what the military is doing, and that if he has any problem with the military, he knows where to go, but he doesn't believe in confrontation. Nyesom Wike saying that he does not believe in confrontation. He even confronts journalists.
Yes.
Not realizing that you don't fight a man or people who have platforms. You will lose in the long run. So disrespecting the media, the military establishment, confronting the military establishment, that's precisely what he did. And by so doing, I insist, I repeat, that he exposed the president, commander-in-chief of the armed forces, to utter embarrassment. And that is something that I think that the president of Nigeria should still address, one way or the other. And it is as follows. He says, okay, he respects the military, he doesn't disrespect any institution. This is after it was reported yesterday on the front page of a Punch newspaper that the generals are fuming. There is no general that is supporting Nyesom Wike. They are all supporting Officer Yerima. They say he's disciplined, they said he was polite, they said he showed professionalism. The CDS is behind him. Minister Matawale has spoken also in his defense and in defense of the military. The Minister of Defense, Minister Badaru, has also spoken in defense of the military. The Inspector General of Police has told his men that, look, nobody should go and use you to pull down other person's buildings in Abuja without a court order. In other words, the Inspector General of Police is also saying that what Minister Wike did was unlawful, was a resort to self-help, and law enforcement officers wearing the police uniform should not do that. So Minister Wike says he respects the rule of law. So he's the only one who is redefining, recharacterizing, positioning his conduct. I think that the time has come for the president of Nigeria to call him to order.
Yes.
To say that there is something about decorum in terms of the behavior of public officers. He could have used a court order.
Yes.
If there are court orders, he could have respected those court orders. And whether the land was in the possession of a former chief of air staff or naval staff or whatever, nobody is above the laws of the land. And no minister has the powers to intimidate everybody. He says he doesn't like intimidation, that nobody can intimidate government. All of us exist under the rule of law. And by conduct, ministers who have been given the opportunity to serve by President President Tinubu must also conduct themselves in a decorous manner. No minister has the powers to come and dictate to everybody. You dictate to the media, you dictate to the military.
They will be telling you the question to
on
ask
the basis
in
of what?
media chats. They'll be telling you questions to ask.
All right, why many people has attributed Dr. Abbati's comment as a political saga with Wike? Well, I will also reiterate that there are some atom of truth in what Dr. Abbati has actually said. Yes, of course, the attitude of Mr. Wike, the FCT minister, was not dignifying at all. You could see his use of words was very, very abusive and not dignifying. Thank God for the officer who was very, very coordinated and smart and was able to manage the situations by not replying back at the worst that which Wike was throwing at him. I think this is very, very and highly recommended. That officer is very, very intelligent and is not really a fool, as the FCT minister has called him, and he has shown that he's not a fool. He's an officer and he's doing his job. He's doing what he said he's doing. Wike coming out to say that he obeys the law and he obeys the rule of law. He does not disobey. He does not do this. He does not do that. I don't think it's true, because there's been a lot of time where the court has given order and all, and Wike did not obey those orders. And if Wike understands the law, like Dr. Abbati rightly said, there are rule of law. There are ways by which you go about what Wike went about. So the way Wike has gone about this reaction was not dignifying, was not right at all. He went for a fight, he went to challenge, he went that nobody can intimidate him, and he was trying to intimidate the officer. So he went, to challenge, he went for a physical combat or whatever you can think about it, because he left his office with his entourage, all security guards, all everybody. Now, I didn't mean that officer, the military officer, Officer Yerima, is not coordinated and is not composed, is not intelligent and smart. The matter would have escalated.